What happens when you get into debt?
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
And you can't
You think you can tear my family apart?
or won't pay it back.
I can't pay you. I can't pay you.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits,
Get back up! Get out of here! So somebody's gonna get hurt.
dealing with desperate debtors
I haven't been sleeping or anything.
in dramatic situations.
Get out of here!
Please open the door.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
I know this is your job, but look at me.
and their possessions.
That's fine, because I just listed everything. I'm going to take it.
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay,
We're going to take it today.
No, you can't.
they'll take it away. Around 2/3 of all new companies fail within the first 5 years, with restaurants and bars having a significantly higher failure rate than other businesses. In 2015, 50% more restaurants closed down than at the height of the recession in 2010. It's 7:30 p.m. and High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and his son Dale are working late. They're in Hutton, Essex, to collect nearly £3,000 owed by the owner of an Indian takeaway to a supplier.
Okay, Dale?
Right, we've got a Blue Arrow Essex Limited, trading as Bengal Spice. We're coming here for the amount currently standing at £2,919.05.
Okay.
The debt started as a county court judgment, but the claimant escalated the case to the High Court to speed up the process.
So their meat supplier or whatever, innit?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you pay your meat supplier?
Blue Arrow Essex Limited owns the Bengal Spice takeaway. If its director, Mr. Asif Ryan, can't or won't pay today, Dell and Dale have the right to seize goods from the premises to offset the debt.
Oh, mate, you're right. My name's Dale Anglin, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. Boys, have a High Court writ against Blue Arrow Essex Limited.
Blue Arrow Essex Limited.
Yeah.
This is best fit.
It's what, sorry?
This is the best fit.
Best fit.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Nearly 6 months.
6 months.
Probably more than that, you know.
Obviously, if you're a new company, it's no biggie. I just need to see your lease and business rates.
Okay. I don't know at the moment.
You got no paperwork?
I don't know, but
Who's the boss, you?
no,
Do you want to call the boss?
it's not here.
Yeah, no, that's can you call him?
As the man denies the takeaway is owned by Blue Arrow Essex Limited, the agents need proof the business is now under new management. While another man comes out of the kitchen, Dale starts looking through the firm's bills and paperwork.
Blue Arrow Essex Limited, VAT bill. Well, these are all from December, and they reckon they've been here 6 months.
It's nonsense, isn't it?
What else is in there?
Pardon?
What else we got there? Yes. The bank statements for Blue Arrow.
All the bills and documents are addressed to Blue Arrow Essex Limited, the company named on the writ. There's no sign of best fit. Dell does a quick check on company's house.
You're showing us still trading here anyway as Blue Arrow Essex.
That's this month's bank statement.
That's it's sending us to here constantly.
So why are you opening their bank statements?
To the.
I'll tell you what we do, right? We're here to collect a sum of money which needs to be paid. Until such time as you can prove differently, we suspect that you are Blue Arrow Essex Limited, and we need you to pay £2,919.05.
Are you coming wrong place or something?
No. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Huh?
The agents are suspicious that the staff aren't telling them the truth. They need to see some official paperwork to confirm that a new company, Best Fit Essex Limited, now owns the business.
You say you've been here 6 months, so you should be registered for business rates, and you should have a lease.
The business rate, we don't pay the business rate.
Who pays it then? Show me the paperwork. Where's the lease then? Show me that.
This is not here, but...
I want to see a bill from the council regarding your business rates.
This is not a blue arrow. We don't know about the blue arrow.
Show me some documentation. When dealing with a debtor that has a few companies, a lot of the time they do that to avoid having to pay the debt from a previous limited company that they have. They need to show me that that debt does not belong to that company.
Despite the men's protests, Dale and Dell haven't seen any proof that the new company, Best Fit Essex Limited, is now running the takeaway.
Right, can we get one of the bosses on the phone?
I can't get it.
Huh? You can't get it?
You need to make a phone call now. Why can't you phone the owners?
Why can't you phone one of the bosses?
Yeah.
You guys don't want to call the boss, so what it means now... Listen to me, hear me. I've listened to you. I've asked you many times to call the boss. Whoa. You're not the boss, so I don't know why you're talking.
Yeah, but
you know what?
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Well, we won't talk to you. That's fine.
As the takeaway staff won't call their boss and can't prove the business isn't Blue Arrow Essex Limited, the company named on the writ, Dell and Dale have the right to seize goods to offset the debt.
We need to turn off all the gas. We're closing everything. We're going to take it today.
No, you can't.
Yeah, we can.
No, you can't.
Why are you talking to me?
No.
I don't know why you're talking to me. You said don't talk to you.
No, don't push me.
Excuse, I'm not pushing you.
No, don't. You push me.
I'm not pushing you.
No, I'm staying over there, but you push me here.
I never
Why?
pushed you there. You walked to here. You walked to here.
No, otherwise I'm going to call police.
Call them.
Because
Call them.
Yeah, of course I'm going to call police.
Then call them. It's fine.
What started as a simple debt recovery has turned into a volatile situation,
No, you push me
please.
from over
with
there.
Tempers won't ever get the £3,000 they came for.
Okay, don't talk to me, okay?
Okay, fantastic. Are you calling the police?
High Court enforcement agents Dell and Dale Anglin were in Essex to recover almost £3,000 from an Indian takeaway.
We're looking for Blue Arrow Essex Limited.
This is the best fit.
The takeaway staff claimed that the writ had nothing to do with them.
You come in wrong places.
They claimed the business was under new management and refused to call their boss.
You need to make a phone call now. Why can't you phone the owners?
Don't talk to me.
But when the agents threatened to seize the kitchen equipment,
We need to turn off all the gas. We're closing everything. We're going to take it today, yeah?
tempers reached boiling
I'm going to call
point.
police.
Call them.
Now Dale and Dell must try and get this case resolved.
Where's the lease then? Show me that.
Police is not here.
But the takeaway staff are still not cooperating.
Am I looking at?
Yeah, why are you looking at like this?
Why am I looking at
Yeah,
you?
you look at me. I don't know why. Why are you looking
I looked in the kitchen.
Huh?
I looked. I looked into the kitchen.
No.
If listen,
What's your problem? I don't know.
if you're going to
Why are
stand
you
at the
looking
glass, listen. If you're going to,
No,
if you're going to
don't look
stand
at
at
me
the
like
glass,
this. Don't look
I
at
thought
me
you didn't
like
want me to talk to you.
Don't look at me like this, okay?
With such a strong reaction to the agent's presence, Dell and Dale are suspicious that the men are not just employees.
I want to speak to someone who can prove what's going on here. Why can't I make a phone call? You got phones there?
Phone call to
To whoever runs this business. In most cases, when I'm dealing with a debtor that's making excuses that the debtor's away and wherever he may be, but he's not at that company, I form that opinion very quickly that I'm probably speaking with the debtor. Particularly if he knows a lot about the business and what's going on, and he knows a little bit too much than what a normal employee would know.
Dell wants to find out who the men really are. He spots a set of car keys.
I'm holding the keys
Why are you holding me?
because I wish to hold the keys until we establish what's going on here. So this is your car. Where's it registered then?
My home address,
Which is where?
London E2.
Dell hopes that establishing the ownership of the car might reveal the man is in fact the director of the company named on the writ, Asif Ryan.
Where did you say you live?
I live in London E2.
Same as Mr. A. Ryan, yeah? As if Ryan, what's your name?
My name,
Yeah, your name.
my name is Ali. Ali.
You sure?
Yeah.
You got any ID on you?
Do
you have ID on you? No, you haven't. That's convenient. Because Zero RF is where Mr. Asif Ryan lives, and he's the director of the company we're here to find. And you weren't sure of your name for about a good 10 seconds there.
I don't know nothing. This company is already...
It's your old company, yeah?
No, this, this is the company.
It is, isn't it? We can see. You're the director of the other company, aren't you? Of the company. You are, tell the truth.
I'm not the owner, man. I'm not the owner.
Then why is your name shown as the director of the company that we're
What do
looking
you
for?
mean my name is...
Your name's on there.
No.
The man maintains his name is Ali and not the debtor, Asif Ryan. So Dale turns detective. He goes out to check the man's car and finds the insurance documents.
Lovely.
Mr. Ali has followed Dale outside.
What's your name?
Ali.
Ali. It's your car, though. And your insurance, yeah?
Sorry?
So it's not your insurance. The one that says Asif Ryan. No? You're not Asif Ryan then? You are Asif Ryan.
Yeah, so what?
So now we can talk, yeah? Let's go talk then.
Finally, his deceit is exposed. The man is the debtor, after all.
This is Asif Ryan. His insurance policy from his car. So as if £2,919.05p. Can you pay that? As if.
I don't know anything.
As
The
if.
company is closed down.
As if.
already.
It's not.
It's not closed down.
closed down.
It's
It's still active.
closed.
It's still
As if.
active.
As
It
if.
is shown
As
as
if.
active on Companies House.
But Asif still claims that the shop belongs to a new company, Best Fit.
The company is new company.
Okay, so the new company bought all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I see the receipt and the transaction?
Bill of sale. Show me the bill of sale.
That's new people. New
So you don't have it.
What do you mean?
You don't have a bill. You don't have a receipt for the new people.
But I don't have any money. Company owes the money. I don't owe the money personally.
But then Dale spots a document addressed to the owner of Best Fit Essex Limited, the new company Asif claims now runs the takeaway. He rings the contact number for the owner named on the document, Mr. Farid Ahmed.
Hello? That's you, yeah? Please.
The call is answered by the other member of staff in the kitchen.
So you're Mr. Ahmed who runs Best Fit Essex Limited, yeah?
Okay.
You're Mr. Ahmed, yeah?
What?
You're Mr. Ahmed, yeah?
Yeah, he was.
You're the contact for this.
Yes, he just phoned your
I just
number.
rang you. I just rang
He
you.
just phoned you the number.
Hold your phone out.
He just phoned you, innit?
That's your phone number on there.
No, listen to me.
You know what?
No idea.
I like the way you roll, yeah?
No idea, bro.
No idea, yeah. I like the way you roll.
I think once we've exhausted all of a defendant's lies and we've totally blown it wide open, I think we get into a new point where they realise that we're not here playing games with them, and we're good at what we do.
No paperwork to show that Asif has officially transferred his business to his co-worker, Farid. Dale gives him one last chance to pay.
Can you make this payment as if £2,919.05?
How can I pay them?
Right, no worries, as if. You're going to now remove goods to cover the bill.
With Asif's refusal to pay, the agents now have the right to seize the takeaway's assets to cover the debt. But there's a problem. It's now 9:30 p.m.
We want to do a removal of all the gas fittings. Are we going to get anybody this time of night? Okay, mate, thanks.
It's too late to send a vehicle to collect the kitchen equipment, so the agents decide to throw Asif a lifeline.
Come here. We're going to give you till 12 o'clock tomorrow. We'll give you till midday to pay $2,919.
No. 12 o'clock.
Yeah, 12 o'clock.
Give me at least 5 o'clock.
Not 5 o'clock. I'll give you till 2 o'clock.
Okay, 3 o'clock, yeah?
What's wrong with you?
2:30, find the money, please.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
The deadline is set. Asif now has 17 hours to pay the £3,000 he owes. But if he doesn't, the agents will be back. The number of people made homeless after falling into arrears with their rent has increased by nearly 60% over the last 5 years. 300,000 landlords expressed worries that their tenants won't be able to keep up with rental payments over the next year. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are in West London to carry out an eviction.
We're going to Shakespeare Road, Acton, London W3.
The tenant, Numa Tall, has lived in the house with her young son for just over a year, but she hasn't paid any rent for 6 months.
Wow, there's £14,000 plus on the writ. So, I think if that was me, I'd be gone by now.
But the agents aren't here to collect the £14,000. Their job is to get Numa out today.
There's somebody running around inside. Good morning. This is Noma Tall?
Yes.
Hi there, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. And I have a writ to repossess this property.
Come in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice and warm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Come in.
This is for you.
Yes.
Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll give you an hour to get your personal effects together.
Wow. I wasn't prepared for that.
No. I understand that.
Like, if I had at least this letter, like, 2-3 days ago, I could just, because what you're telling me right now, it's just like, pack your stuff and go. What you're telling me is just like, rush. It's just like...
But this has been going on for months. You haven't paid the
I
rent.
know, but I was waiting for this one, not like that. You see what I mean?
I'm no longer surprised that tenants are shocked by the fact that we're on the doorstep there to evict them because of massive repairs. They just think it's never going to happen. I think it's the old burying the head in a bucket of sand syndrome. They just don't want to know.
Paul wants to find out how Numa found herself in this situation.
Why have you not? What's happened?
Do you really want us to
I do.
take that? So basically, I opened my company in 2013.
Yeah.
And when I opened my company, I had people working for me. Everything was going smoothly. And then everything changed after some times. So I couldn't take it again because this house is 2,200 per month.
Okay.
Which is like, you know, you're paying for somebody's mortgage.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive. And it's me and my son. We don't really need that.
You're obviously a really intelligent girl.
If I was intelligent, I wouldn't be here today with you guys.
I don't know. I think you've done quite
Because-
well. Paid £15,000 worth of rent. I mean, that's quite clever, really. Will your family look after you?
No, I don't want anyone involved with whatever I'm doing right now. This is my fault, my big mistake, and I need to deal with it.
Now, despite the shock of their arrival, Paul and Steve must help Numa understand that she must leave today.
You have to look at it from both sides of the coin, okay? For you, this is not a good day. We are not nice people. The landlord, for them, it is a good day for them. So it's a balance.
I just want them to give me at least a day, because all of this is mine. And how can I just do that like that? Oh my God, this is something so new for me, and I know this is your job, and this is... Wow, look at me.
When you get a tenant who like breaks down in floods of tears, I think it's that point they actually realise that this is it. Doesn't matter what I try and do now. I've now got to admit to myself that I have the problem and I've got to move forward with it. So it's the reality check.
As Numa has a young son, the agents need her to understand what she must do next.
Go to the council, give them that piece of paper, because they won't do anything without that piece of paper. Get yourself sorted, get the little one.
Okay, can you give me at least 2 hours?
No, we can't. We have to be gone
No,
from...
because I need to...
All you need to do is
I've got my stuff here.
1 or 2 bags of clothes, identification, that's really all you need. And then you can come back and collect everything else later. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm originally from Mali, West Africa. My father was, you know, a very, very big person in my country. He was a diplomat person, and I was the black sheep of my family. And I'm not proud of it because I decided to have a child without marriage. I'm Muslim, by the way. So it's very, very bad.
Despite her distress, Numa has finally started to pack.
Tu prends tes Lego? Tu prends le box de tes Lego? Parce qu'on ne sait pas en fait combien de temps on va pas venir dans la maison. I'm just sorry for my little one. He doesn't deserve to. If I could go back in time, I've done it. Let me take my picture.
It's an hour and a half since the agents arrived. Numa's time in the house is almost up.
5 minutes.
We have to go, I'm afraid.
But the thought of leaving the house is proving too much.
Okay, beautiful house. Now I'm leaving. Please take care of myself. It was very kind being with you. Now I'm leaving.
With the locks changed, the eviction is now complete. It will be up to the council to provide Numa and her son with a bed for the night. Paul and Steve have dealt with an emotional eviction. But in Dell and Dale's next case...
He's already taken his call. He's transferred this up since then and asked us to enforce it.
They meet a debtor who won't face up to the truth.
So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to watch TV.
We're not going to leave until it's sorted.
Nearly a third of all workers in the UK are self-employed. But since the beginning of the financial crisis, their average earnings have dropped, and the self-employed are nearly 40% more in debt than those in full-time employment. High Court enforcement agents Del Anglin and his son Dale are in Surrey, chasing nearly £4,000 owed by a car dealer to a dissatisfied customer.
OK, what have we got, young master?
Mr. James Elgar. He owes the amount of £3,822.31.
The claimant bought a Land Rover from Mr. Elgar, but decided to return it. Wanting his money back, he went to court and won.
I might as well go and see what's what.
Now Mr. Elgar must settle the debt. But if he can't or won't pay today, the agents have the right to remove goods and vehicles to offset the amount he owes.
Morning, how you doing? My name's Dale Anglin, High Court enforcement agent. Looking for a Mr. James Elgar.
Oh, OK.
Is that yourself?
No, it's not.
Ever heard of him?
I have, yeah.
Does he live here?
He does.
Mr. Elgar is renting a room in a friend's house.
Mr. James Elgar. That's right. High Court enforcement agent.
Right.
I've got a High Court writ against you. We're here for the sum of £3,822.31.
No, he's on his car back. He's taking his car back. He contacted me about that.
He's already taken his call, and he's already got a
His
judgment.
car.
Yeah.
He's taking his car back.
But that means nothing to me, because I don't know what this is about.
But he didn't want it.
Right.
And then basically, he obviously done a technical judgment, and then he said he'd take his car back, which is what he was doing. He contacted me like literally about 3 weeks ago.
Right. He's transferred this up since then and asked us to enforce it.
Mr. Elgar claims that the Land Rover was returned to the claimant after he changed his mind about a refund, and that he owes nothing. But the High Court writ says otherwise.
I'm sure he said, but sorry to do this, and this is my mate's house, it's not even mine, so...
He said you live here?
Yeah, he's in the room. Just question his room, yeah. But obviously I don't like this at my mate's house. Step outside and do it.
Fortunately not. I've got a High Court writ to be here.
So what do you want to
Because we're here
do,
to, well, we're here to collect £3,822.31. Otherwise, we're going to seize goods to cover the bill. That's what we're here to.
And what are you going to seize?
Well, we don't know.
Goods in the house.
Well, we haven't looked yet. But
There's nothing here in my old TV. That's
Well,
it.
we don't know that.
hopefully we can resolve this in the nicest possible way.
Firstly, are you okay this amount?
No, not at all. Give me a couple of hours.
We will have to stay here until you sort it.
You can't sit in this house while I go and sort something out.
Yes, we
You
can,
be in
sir.
the-
We can sit here. We're not going to leave until it's sorted.
Mr. Elgar is clearly uncomfortable about the agents being in his friend's house, but the writ instructs Dale and Dale to stay until the case is resolved.
We need to know who runs everything in here.
Otherwise,
Well, he needs to prove that. Do you want to grab him and let him bring receipts for everything?
You've got to bring receipts, man.
Yeah, well, I need to know.
That's ridiculous.
it's the way the law works, unfortunately.
What do I own in this house? What do you want? I own in this house. TV upstairs, an old PlayStation, that's it. Anything that's in your room, I guess. That's it, nothing here.
Okay, but we need to see receipts for everything else in the house.
You can't, that's got
Well, we can. And that's not outrageous. You live here.
With Mr. Elgar saying he can't pay, their next target is his car.
Which car you got?
I'm in the black straight there.
A blue one.
Dell immediately sets out to seize Mr. Elgar's car. Its value doesn't come close to clearing the near £4,000 debt. But Dell hopes that the threat of taking it away will prompt payment.
That's one.
Can we have a chat to see what goes, because this is just here for my mate.
Well, it's easier if you're paying it, mate.
I'm out of work, I'm signing on.
You're going to have to try and do something. Otherwise, it's going to inconvenience the people here when we start going
Well,
through room by room.
I'm signing on, I haven't got any money, that's the problem.
It seems that Mr. Elgar is no longer trading cars, but the debt must be settled today, either in cash or goods.
You could just come down there and take my mate's stuff, but it's not even mine. It's not even mine.
Oh, no. You don't know if we're not here to take your mate's stuff. We're here to remove your goods and chattels. Some debtors will have a conflict if they're living somewhere where they're paying rent to their friend, for example. They've got debts, and we're there primarily to remove goods or to collect money. So I'd imagine it's a bit embarrassing for them, for both of them.
While the agents wait for Mr. Elgar to try and raise some funds, they take a look upstairs for any other assets that might belong to him.
A small notepad-type computer, old Sony telly, and not a lot else.
With no items of value in Mr. Elgar's room, pushing for payment is Dale and Dell's only option.
Any joy?
Couldn't get hold of us, so I've got to go round.
Would go round to where?
So my mum's, but I'm not going if I sit here. I'm not doing that to my mate. Leave me sit here.
Why would you be a couple of hours if you're just going to go on
Because
after
you're asking. It's not as simple as that, guys. To run in and run out. So I'm not going to do it. I don't watch TV.
It's a stalemate. Dell gives him one last chance to pay off the debt.
Listen, we're here because the High Court sent us. Your argument with the claimant is your argument with the claimant. You should have dealt with that. Now, we will wait. We'll be patient. We won't remove a thing. We'll wait patiently till you go and do what you need to do and come back.
Right, I'll go on now.
We'll give you a phone number. Have you got a phone?
Yeah.
Mr. Elgar heads off to his mom's to see if she can help.
He's walking with purpose over to the end of the road. I think he's got someone's turned up for him.
But just moments after Mr. Elgar leaves, Dell gets a call from the office with surprising news.
Morning, Dale. Still right?
Good morning.
Just to let you know, he's contacted the claimant. The claimant's obviously he's referred it back to us. What he does state, though, from the defendant, Mr. Elgar, has got a Nissan Navara over sale on Auto Trader at the minute. It's £2.5 worth.
All right, lovely, cheers.
It seems that Mr. Elgar does have some assets, after all.
He's still got vehicles up for sale on Auto Trader. His phone number on it to be contacted as a seller, so he's still selling cars.
The car up for sale could be seized if he doesn't return with payment. Then Mr. Elgar calls.
Hello?
Hi, it's James.
Hi, James.
Yeah, Mum's not here, so I can't do anything. What can we do then?
You need to pay this money.
Well, I haven't got it.
Okay, no worries. Then further action will continue at further cost to you, James.
Minutes later, Mr. Elgar calls back.
Hello?
Hello, can you tell me what's happening now then, please?
We're going to remove assets that we think of that are viable to remove, sir. As you're refusing to pay, aren't you? That's what we're talking about.
No, I'm not refusing to pay.
Right, you need to
How
pay.
about if I get his Land Rover?
You want to do what, sir?
How about if I get his car, which is obviously worth like £3 grand?
Well, you said you'd already given him the car back.
Hello?
I thought you gave him the car back already.
No.
That's what you said when I first came in.
No.
Oh.
It seems that Mr. Elgar didn't return the Land Rover to the claimant after all.
Where exactly is the car?
Well, I mean, can that work or not? Or have you got to take my TV and bed?
We'll probably take all of it, to be fair.
I don't know what else you can say to that. I've got to work something up, yeah?
No, you're not, James. I don't believe a word you're saying. You lied to us since we got here. Goodbye.
Dale calls the office to check out the Land Rover's value and that of the other car he has listed for sale.
Right, the Land Rover Discovery, can't get a valuation on it. And worst news being the Navara, that was a Cat D write-off, so there's no value in that boy.
No value. Cheers, John.
Phone him back. Let him know we know about that.
Yeah, the High Court Enforcement Agent that's at the house.
Yeah.
I'm just calling you via the Auto Trader app regarding the Nissan Navara you're selling.
That's sold it.
Oh, it's sold, is it? If you've just sold it, you've obviously got the money to contribute towards this bill.
No, I haven't, no.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, no worries. Can you understand the trust issue we're having with you?
Yeah, I can do, mate. You know, I'm happy to try and get some money together, but I can't get all of it together.
Unable to get a value for the Land Rover, and with the Nissan deemed a write-off, neither can be used to offset the near £4,000 debt Mr. Elgar.
Should we take the Astra?
You know what I honestly think? I think it's just not worth it.
Negotiating a repayment plan is now the agent's only option.
So I need a suitable offer for you.
Well, what's a suitable offer?
Make an offer and we'll tell you if it's suitable, James.
You need to cover half of this today minimum, James, and then we can move forward.
Right, no, let's do it. It's not possible.
Tell me what you can afford to pay monthly and I can tell you if I can accept it or not.
500?
500 a month?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll call you back shortly. Okay, so we now know what he's going to offer a month. We can either conclude it on that basis and leave.
That's it, innit?
See what he offers. And
wait, what's the alternative?
There isn't.
Dale calls the office to see whether the deal is acceptable to the claimant.
Offering 500 quid a month and we've got no other choice because there's nothing to take.
Well, go with what you can do.
Yeah, cheers, John.
Dell calls Mr. Elgar.
They've accepted your monthly arrangement. When will you make the first payment? Can you pay it tomorrow?
That's the 26th, yeah.
Okay.
With a payment plan agreed, the case is concluded for now. But if Mr. Elgar defaults, the agents will be back.
Nobody wins on this situation for me, unless he does stick to his arrangement. He hasn't been truthful on anything so far since we've been here, so the likelihood of that is slim.
Last year, 40,000 households were evicted from rented accommodation. 1 in 4 private renters have been forced to move by a landlord who wanted to increase the rent or to sell up. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are in Acton, West London, to carry out an eviction.
We go right at the lights.
Down the A40.
Up the A40. No, down the A40, you're right.
The tenants, Lorraine Jones and her partner, Nick, have lived in the flat for almost a year. Their tenancy hasn't been renewed because the landlord has sold the flat.
Why, the old fella on the wheels?
Notice of eviction was sent by the county court, but the landlord escalated the case to the High Court to get the tenants out quickly.
Thank you.
It's always upstairs, isn't it?
Yeah. There you are, sir. It's all yours.
Today, the agents are here without warning.
If you are in there, we're High Court enforcement agents.
That sounds vicious.
No one appears to be in.
Door knocker. Wooden door knocker.
If you don't open the door, we will have to force entry.
But then one of the tenants, Nick, arrives.
Yeah, mate.
Are you from number 58?
Yeah.
You don't look like Lorraine.
Yeah, my partner's on her way back.
We're High Court enforcement agents. We
Yeah.
You were expecting us, were you?
Well, we ain't got no letter saying that you're coming today.
No, there is no letter.
Oh.
We're from the High Court. If I can explain the procedure to
Yeah.
you. We give you an hour to get personal belongings together.
Yeah, I was down to see my mental health GP to get a note from them to take to the council. I've got ADHD.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But my tablet seems to calm me down.
But so you're okay as long as you keep taking the tablet?
Nick's circumstances mean that Paul and Steve must handle the situation with care.
You like to open door, yeah?
Yeah,
Of course it is, yeah.
Keep them ferocious dogs away.
She's locked in the front room. She's only a little westie. She done that. See, baby.
Sit.
It's absolutely devastating to have the home and the circumstances that you have known near and dear to be suddenly taken away from you in short order, which of course is what happens when we turn up.
Hello, Mum. I'm with the bailiff now. Do you want to speak to him?
As Nick calls his mum for help, Lorraine arrives.
You all right?
Not really.
Well, no.
We was told on Monday we would get at least 2 or 3 days' notice before you lot showed up.
Who told you that?
My letting agent.
But can I ask the question? Are you okay now? You're all right?
Not really, no.
All right then. Well, you haven't...
Sorry, I suffer with anxiety and I haven't been sleeping or anything.
No, okay. If you go in there, then make yourself a cup of tea and do whatever. And we'll catch up in a few minutes.
All right.
Don't upset yourself.
Faced with a sensitive situation, Paul and Steve will have to draw on all their professional experience to keep this eviction on track.
I don't eat or anything. It's making me really ill.
High Court enforcement agents Steve Pinner and Paul Bohill were in West London to evict a couple from a flat in Acton that had been sold.
If you are in there, we're High Court enforcement agents.
But it soon became clear the eviction would have to be handled with care.
I was down to see my mental health GP. I've got ADHD.
Nick and his partner, Lorraine, had not been expecting the eviction today.
Sorry, I suffer with anxiety and I haven't been sleeping or anything.
No.
Now Lorraine must contact the council to arrange emergency accommodation for the night.
Hiya, I've got an appointment for tomorrow. We've actually got the bailiffs here at the moment. They've just shown up. Like, my letting agents haven't given us any warning that they're coming today. I'm just waiting for my partner's mum because she's coming down to help us because of where he's got mental health issues. But I always want, we can't be put in a bed and breakfast, that's the only thing, because of where he's got... Yeah. Okay. They've just turned around and said to me, well, if you're homeless today, you've just got to come into the council bar and put the phone down.
You couldn't make it up, could you?
That's
You couldn't make it up.
Exactly. She went, well, you've got to come in and we'll have to assess your situation. That's all she's just said to me.
And put the phone down.
I literally just put the phone down.
God.
Concerned for Lorraine and Nick's welfare, Paul wants to make sure she understands what she needs to do next.
It's a bit worrying that you seem to have fallen through the system. What I would like to see is that you get what you need now, get you down the council office so that you can get the ball rolling. Because we can't stay here,
Yeah, I know. It's just
sadly,
that...
all day. The tenant's vulnerability, or mental health issues in particular, should, in my view, be reflected in the way that the councils deal with their situation. So in other words, if someone is clearly in need of help, the council should appoint a social worker who may be specialised in that field.
I haven't slept in like 3 days. I haven't slept since Monday night or eaten because I've been worried about all of this.
You're all right.
I'm gonna have to.
Sorry, I know you're not all right.
Yeah.
You're completely shot to pieces. I understand that bit.
Because I'm his carer as well, so.
All right.
Not
Do you get
just-
paid for doing that?
Yeah, I get weekly money on a Monday, but I get income support, but that's tomorrow, so that's why we've got nothing till tomorrow.
Lorraine and Nick start to pack, but they have another problem. They claim their letting agency has told them they must remove all their possessions on the day of the eviction.
We need to sort all that stuff out in the washing basket as well.
Yeah, I've emptied the machine.
Right.
That's that stuff there. That black bag there in the kitchen.
Like, that's going to smell. We need to take that with us.
Yeah.
It's got paperwork everywhere. I am stressed. I'm just trying to hold it in because usually I end up throwing stuff and screaming and shouting, but that doesn't help me. That just gets me even more worked up. So if you've got to be out, you've got to be out. There's nothing you can do.
Steve calls the agency to see if Nick and Lorraine can have more time to remove their possessions from the flat.
There is no way that they're going to get this property empty today. They're under the impression they've got to be out lock, stock and barrel today. You know they've got mental disability between them. Yeah. Okay, all right, I'll pass that over. They're saying that they can put all their stuff they want into one room.
Yeah. It just takes the pressure off slightly.
Yeah.
If they're happy to do this, you say, well, we want that in that room, whatever, and then you can come back, they can go around and tidy the rest of the house.
Leaving the couple to pack, Paul and Steve decide to wait in the van until Nick's mum arrives.
If ever people need a little bit of care and compassion, it's these kids here. Theoretically, they should escape into council property.
2.5 hours after the agents repossess the property, Nick's mum, Kelly, arrives.
What are you doing? I'm trying to get everything piled into one corner.
Yeah, but you need to get the stuff you need at the moment.
Yeah,
They ain't going to wait forever. Where's his medication and everything?
He's packed that in a bag in there.
Like, he needs a coat and everything. You need a coat.
I think it's fair that we waited till the mother came over because she's now taken charge of them, hasn't she?
Yeah.
The eviction is complete. Lorraine and Nick are now homeless and face an uncertain future. They must hope that the council will find them some emergency accommodation for the night. Next time, Stuart and Vic face a furious debtor
Move back! Move back! Move back, I'm telling you!
and find themselves threatened by an angry crowd.
You'll have to walk round me, because you can't invade my space.
Need immediate police assistance, please.
And Del and Dale meet a couple in crisis.
Honey, can you fucking tell them to stop?
From a previous relationship, so it's even harder on her.
Next on Channel 5, Paul Connolly is catching some dodgy landlords red-handed. He's undercover nailing the fraudsters as the new series continues.
Threats,
I'll smash his head!
anger,
Get over here!
desperation.
I can't pay it.
What happens when debt
You think you should tell my family apart?
tracks you down?
I have a High Court writ. I'd like to see them there.
Up and down the UK, we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents
Whoa!
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
I got a fortune in the past. Everything's gone.
Because if you can't pay,
All I did was look after Dad.
they'll take it away. Research has shown that more than 80% of small and medium-sized businesses are owed, on average, over £60,000 in unpaid invoices. 1 in 5 businesses say they are losing profits as a direct result of late payments. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball travel hundreds of miles each week across the West Midlands, collecting debts and seizing goods.
What number is it, mate? 141.
Today they're in Birmingham to recover a debt of more than £12,000 owed by shopkeeper Noman Chauhan to one of his suppliers. If Mr. Chauhan can't or won't pay, Gary and Matt have the power to seize stock from his accessory shop to offset the debt.
Morning. Oh, you're expecting me?
I was actually. I was going to give you guys a call today.
Oh, cracking. Mr. Chauhan?
Yes, that's me, Mr. Chauhan.
No, man, yes. Hello, sir. My name's Mr. Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We're here today, sir, with the outstanding writ to collect an outstanding sum of £12,780.
Yeah, I'm not sure who I've spoken to, but like...
pence.
He used to be my dad's shop just down the road, 2 days ago.
Right.
So the debt was actually for that business that closed, I think, 4 years ago.
Right.
I don't know, for some reason they put my name on there.
Yeah.
I actually used to work there. I was studying at the time.
Okay.
I just used to help out. Obviously, it's my dad's business.
The writ is against you personally.
I've actually spoken to the Northampton County Court, basically.
Right.
I'm just waiting for their call.
Right.
They were supposed to appoint to stand aside of it. I think it was...
Yeah, that'll be for an application to set aside the writ.
Mr. Chauhan says it's his father and not him who owes the money, and that he's appealed the case. But the writ is against Noman Chauhan, trading as Chauhan. And the agents have enough evidence to believe that they're in the right place.
So we're here to execute the writ. So that's on the balance of £12,782.79. Otherwise, we will be taking control of goods. Okay,
It's not my debt, mate. I'll be honest with you.
So I only have one question for you. Can you pay the outstanding balance? Okay, so we're here to seize goods then, sir.
Yeah, just give me a second. Let me just speak to my...
Look at the side.
While Mr. Chauhan calls his father, the agents start to look around the shop for goods they could seize if there's no offer of payment. Matt immediately spots some car keys. But his actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Mate, you want to give my keys back to me?
No, at the minute they're seized, sir.
Well, they are seized because it's not my car, it's a company car. Give me my keys.
No, at the moment they're seized.
Give me my car keys.
No, at the moment they're seized, sir.
Give me my car keys, mate.
No, at the moment they're seized. Can I have my writ back?
Don't
Thank
leave
you.
your keys, mate.
Thanks so much.
What's wrong with you, man? Seriously? I'm trying to explain something to you, yeah? It's got nothing to do with me.
I've listened to your explanation, but it doesn't make any sense.
When enforcing a writ, we can see from experience if people's tensions are rising. You can see it in the way they're acting, their gestures, the way they're behaving, the volume of their voice. We're constantly of a calm manner all the way through the enforcement. We don't raise our voice, we don't shout and scream. That's not what we're there to do. We're there to calm the issue back down again and get on with what we're there to do.
As Mr. Chauhan says he can't pay, Gary heads out to find his car. But all he's got to go on is a Mercedes keyring.
Search for a Mercedes. Ah, there we are. It looks a nice Mercedes. 14 plate, E220.
If the car is free of finance, it can be seized to offset the debt. Gary heads back to the shop to do a finance check.
Good morning, Derek. Good morning. Can you put me through someone to do a HPI check, please? Yeah. Is it a fleet car, is it?
The car is on a lease agreement. As it isn't owned outright by Mr. Chauhan, it can't be seized. Now the agent's only option is to remove stock from the shop. But because the jewellery and shoes are of low value, they will have to take almost all of it to come anywhere close to clearing the £12,000 debt. Matt calls the office to authorise removal.
We're at the property at the moment. It's a shop selling Asian jewellery and shoes. There's absolutely no chance of payment, so we're going to be looking at removal stage, mate, on it.
Mr. Chauhan still seems reluctant to cooperate with the agents. As they start to pack up the assets, Mr. Chauhan suddenly closes the shutters and walks out, leaving an assistant behind to mind the shop.
I can't believe they've just gone. Or maybe they're at the bank withdrawing 12,000. You never know, do you? Stranger things have happened.
Gary, I found a lovely set for you here.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
My weekend attire.
I think they call them a pendant drop.
Oh, a pendant drop?
Don't know how I know that, but...
Suddenly, the shop assistant hands Matt her phone.
Hello? Let me just take some details from you. Bear me a second. Yeah.
An official from the county court is on the line.
Obviously, at this point in time, we're executing the writ here. Can you make sure the judge is aware of that as well?
The reason for Mr. Chauhan's quick disappearance is becoming clear.
Lovely, thank you. He says the defendant is in front of me, and in the next half an hour to 45 minutes, he's going to come in front of a judge.
It seems that Mr. Chauhan is at the county court and has secured an emergency hearing to get the writ suspended. It's an unprecedented turn of events for the agents.
I've never heard that one before.
I've never heard that one before.
Especially that quick.
It's a new one on me.
While Matt and Gary wait to hear the outcome of the emergency hearing, they have the right to continue enforcement action.
To get a court appointment on the day of enforcement, I have never seen this happen before. You just have to deal with that. There's a legal process that we have to stick to. Unless I've got a letter from the judge, we're not going to leave. We're going to stay. And we're going to execute this High Court writ.
But what happened next would take them both by surprise. 2 hours later, Mr. Chauhan suddenly returns with 2 of his brothers.
Are you back?
What have you been doing, mate?
What's happened, bud?
What's happening? So you tell me what's happening then.
Whoa! Don't touch me.
Get the fuck out.
Wait.
Get up. Get the fuck out. What the fuck is saying to you? You dirty bastard. Get him out of my fucking shop. Get the fuck out of my shop, you son of a bitch.
This unusual case has suddenly taken a violent turn.
Fuck, are you looking at you?
Oh, away, mate. Move out of the way.
It will take all of Matt and Gary's experience to get the situation back under control. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway were at an accessories shop in Birmingham to collect over £12,000 owed to a supplier by shopkeeper Noman Chauhan.
So I only have one question for you. Can you pay the outstanding balance?
Mr. Chauhan denied the debt was his,
It's got nothing to do with me.
and in an unprecedented move managed to get an on-the-spot hearing at the county court.
Half an hour to 45 minutes, you're going to put him in front of a judge.
I've never heard that one before.
But when he returned to the shop with his brothers, the situation turned violent, and Gary was assaulted.
Whoa! Get the fuck out of my shop, you son of a bitch. Get on me.
Get out of the way, mate.
Hey, get up.
Now, Gary and Matt have got to get this debt recovery back on track.
Can I have the police, please? My name's Gary Ball, a High Court enforcement agent. I've just been assaulted.
With the police on their way, they need to find out what's been happening at the court.
You've been to court. What did the court say?
Can you read, you stupid fuck? Can you read? You dumb fucker.
The document is confirmation that the writ has been suspended, pending a further hearing.
Take a picture of it.
Take a picture right now. What are you idiots? Use your help.
The agents aren't able to continue enforcement action today. But the men aren't calming down.
Dumb fucker, use your brain. Use your brain, you dumb bastards. You dumb bastards. Dumb bastard. Abuse them, bastard. Fuck, bastard bailiffs.
I do this every day of the week. He doesn't concern me. He doesn't concern me. You don't worry me one bit.
When insults are flowing, I don't take it personally. There isn't anything anybody could call me I've not heard before. It's just the way people react sometimes. Unfortunately, it's part of life.
20 minutes later, the police finally arrive. And Mr. Chauhan immediately leaves the shop.
The guy that's assaulted my colleague is this guy in the black T-shirt. Has tried to leave the scene. Okay, Sam. Yeah, we called you. My name's Matthew Hire, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. It's my colleague, Mr. Ball. We've been here for a little while.
Yeah, I was doing some paperwork at the counter here. Next thing I know, I felt a punch or a slap or something in the back of my head. He grabbed me, was trying to throw me out. He's been arrested.
Yeah, he's with colleagues.
Outside, Mr. Chauhan's father arrives, just as his son is being handcuffed. He immediately starts abusing the agents himself.
Get lost.
Watch it, otherwise you're going to get yourself locked up as well.
You already bastard. Son of a bitch.
You're going to get yourself locked up if you carry on.
It's not nice to be assaulted. They had the result they wanted. They put a hold on the case. There was no reason whatsoever for him to come back in the way that he did and assault me. You know, they've got the letter from the judge. They could have just showed it us. We'd have took a picture and we would have left. But that's what he wanted to do, and he got arrested for it.
With the situation still volatile, the police advise Matt and Gary to leave the scene. As well as his court date to contest the debt, Mr. Chauhan could now face an assault charge.
When people start assaulting us, doing our job, then it's just not on, and we won't stand for it. And we have a policy to prosecute every time.
I mean, a right blinder, mate.
Did he?
Yeah. He just went to the back of me, blindsided me, whack.
Someone can go off to jail for the night.
The number of landlords in the UK who are owed money by their tenants is on the rise, with the average amount owed exceeding £1,600. With rents predicted to rise faster than house prices over the next 5 years, rent arrears are estimated to be the biggest problem facing landlords in 2017. High Court enforcement agents Steve Pinner and Max Caraher are in Bromley, South East London. with a writ to collect over £5,000 owed by Miss Frances Jackson to an ex-landlord.
This one is over unpaid rent. We're looking to collect £5,216.60.
The address is on a busy main road, protected by a security gate.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Do you think that buzzer's working?
Can't reach to knock on the door.
Nobody appears to be in. But moments later, there are signs of life.
A light's just come on in the top bedroom.
There's still no sign of Miss Jackson, so the agents change tactic.
Could we reposition the van so we're completely blocking the gates? Hopefully that'll gain some response.
The agent's move immediately pays off.
There we go. Hello, Miss Jackson. Hello, my name's Max Caraher. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Oh, yeah?
Francis, we've been sent out because you owe money totalling £5,216.60.
Yeah, I know.
You know about
and
this?
I did text him and said that I was willing to pay £50 a month.
£50 a month?
Yeah. I lost my job and I couldn't afford to stay in his house anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to move out and he was amicable. There was no nastiness. And then I got a job and I texted him and said, look, I'm offering to pay you £50 a month. At the moment, that's all I can afford to pay.
As Miss Jackson's offer of £50 a month would take 8.5 years to pay off, the landlord escalated the case to the High Court to get his money back sooner. Now Stephen Max must get this case resolved today, one way or another.
That still leaves us in the situation that we need to collect on the just over £5,000.
Right, got anything?
Have you got anybody who you can call as a lifeline?
No, that's why I offered to pay monthly.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything. That's why I'm starting from scratch to try and build myself up again.
We're commanded to come to the property to see.
My property.
Is it
I
not?
just rent a room.
Do you rent a room?
I haven't got anything. All the furniture in the room is the ladies.
Failing to collect on it, what we need to do is I have to call for removals to inspect goods in your room, see if there's anything worth us removing. It's not what I want to do at all, but I have no choice.
Mining, only my clothes. So what do you do? Take my car?
If that's my only option, then yes, I have to take your car.
With no means to pay and no assets in the house, the agents have no option but to seize Miss Jackson's car.
So what do I do now?
I'll probably call your employer to say that you won't be making it to work on time. My hands are tied in the matter.
No one I can get £5,000 off.
No.
Nobody I know. I bring home £1,100 a month.
Yeah.
Working 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
No, don't be silly. You don't have to say sorry to me. That's all right.
all I did was give up my flat and my job to come to London and nurse my father who couldn't. It was either that or put him in a home to die, and I weren't doing that.
That's awful. Absolutely
and I
awful.
nursed him until he died, and he lived in a retirement flat.
Okay.
Once he died, we had to sell the flat and split the money with my sisters. And
Yeah.
it wasn't a lot. And then I rented a house for a year, and then I couldn't afford to pay it, and this is what's happened.
I really do understand what you're saying. Sorry, Frankie. That is absolutely awful.
And I've got nothing. And
Yeah.
now I rent a room, and now I haven't even gonna have a car.
Thank you very much.
It is hard some days, because some cases where you know that someone is genuine and they don't actually have anything, and the only thing they have is their tiny little car, which means the world to them. But to the claimant, it's just money. So sometimes it's really hard, but at the end of the day, we're still commanded to collect the money.
It's clear that since her father's illness, Frankie has fallen on hard times. But now it's not only her car she's worried about losing.
If the woman I rent this house comes down and sees this, I'm not even going to have anywhere to live.
That's ridiculous. We can move the vehicle to somewhere where she won't see the recovery.
I don't want her to know anything.
Okay, we'll move the vehicle.
The agents allow Frankie to move her car away from the driveway. But before they call recovery, Max asks her one more time whether she can raise any funds.
There is no way that you can sort this out
Well,
without
there
us.
is, but not
Is there?
today.
What way is that?
Well, the only way I can do it is ask my boss or ask my ex, but I can't do it like right now because my brain is just...
You know what? I can see that you're shaky, and I understand.
I'm sorry, I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
That's all right. Don't panic. Take a deep breath and refocus. Have you got a couple of grand in savings?
So I had
What do you have in savings, Frankie?
£2.
Have you got any other assets?
Not anything.
Jewellery,
I'm
watches?
not one of them people. I just live a simple life. I've never earned the money. They're just normal people that just go to work and live on your wages. We just come from a normal working class and loving family. And this is just the worst thing ever. So I'm going to have no car now. I've got nothing, not even own my own bed. I just can't take no more. All I did was look after Dad. Right now I just feel like running away.
I can tell it's a very stressful situation.
When somebody's emotional, it does have a knock-on effect on us, because we can see the situation they're in and how they are, and we still have to try and get through the job. She was a genuine, honest, hard-working person who just had a hard time.
Max and Steve have now been at the property for an hour. Even though the vehicle is only likely to raise half the £5,000 owed, seizing it is the agent's only option. Max calls for recovery.
I've got the keys to the vehicle. The only way to chip off of this debt will be removing the vehicle.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks very much for that, John. I think it really is all hitting home now that she's got High Court enforcement agents standing at her door. And unfortunately, after this, there's still going to be an outstanding amount. Taking her vehicle away is not going to help her personal situation. However, we are commanded to look from it from the claimant's point of view. There's always two sides to every story.
While the agents wait for the recovery truck to arrive, Frankie gets on the phone to her ex-partner.
How is she? She's calmed down a bit. Her ex-partner, he's going to come and finish work and going to come and pick her up and take her off for a few days away from here.
To prevent further distress, Steve wants her to go inside before the recovery vehicle arrives.
I'll try and move the car up the road away from the house for you. You go and have yourself a cup of tea. So, I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay.
As Frankie goes inside to wait for her ex, recovery arrives to remove her car.
It's a shame that we have to do it.
She changed her whole lifestyle to look after her dad, and ever since then, she's slid down and down and down, hasn't she? I've got keys or you got keys?
I've got keys.
Frankie's car will be sold at auction, and the cash raised offset against the debt. The office will contact her to set up a payment plan for the rest of the balance. But if she doesn't keep up with her repayments, the agents will be back. Max and Steve have had to deal with a sensitive situation. But in Matt and Gary's next case...
Oh, you stolen everything. I had £3 million.
They meet a businessman at risk of losing everything.
I don't have a home at the moment. I've had a fortune in the past. Everything's gone.
Across the UK, people living in rural communities are struggling to make ends meet. Average wages are over £4,500 lower than those in urban areas. A £1,000 increase in the gap since 2010. Matt Highway and Gary Ball are now in Wrexham, North Wales, on their way to a farm to collect over £6,000 owed to an engineering consultancy firm by builder and property developer Michael Brownrigg.
Yeah, we're off to see Mr. Michael Brownrigg, and he owes £6,611 and 51 pence.
As the agents drive into the property, they meet a vehicle coming the other way.
This might be him, could be.
Hi, sir. Hello, sir. Michael Brownrigg.
I asked who it is.
Yeah, we're High Court enforcement agents. What's your name, sir?
I am Michael.
You are Michael.
Oh, you are Michael.
Hello, sir.
Should we pop back in and have a chat with you about a High Court writ, sir?
This is my property here.
Right.
I don't have any property.
But the writ is for this address, sir, so...
Well, the address doesn't belong to me.
You don't know the address, sir? We've not told you the address, have we? So do you know it's not for you when we've not told you an address? Here's the High Court writ, sir. That's your copy. It's £6,611 and 51 pence, sir.
I had offered to pay this debt. I accept that. Okay. And what I'm going to do is now go to his offices in Chester, and I'm going to go and see him personally.
After first insisting the agents were at the wrong address, Michael now says he has an arrangement to pay off the debt. But the time for informal agreements has come and gone.
Unfortunately, sir, the company you're talking about is taking it to the county court. They've been successful in getting a CCJ against you. It's now been escalated to the High Court for enforcement purposes, which is why we're here.
I don't have any assets. I've got absolutely nothing.
Right, okay. Can you clear this balance, sir?
I can pay you £100 now, and that's all I'll be able to pay.
It's a £6,500 debt.
I understand that, but I can make a payment today of £100.
It isn't even going to cover the interest on it, is it?
Knowing his offer won't be accepted by the claimant, the agent's only option is to look for any assets Michael might own that they could seize.
Well, you can't come back there. This is not my ground.
Yes, I can see. I've High Court rates. I can go anywhere in England and Wales. I'm going to be carrying on, OK.
As Michael is listed on the electoral register at the address, the agents have a right to explore the estate.
Well, there's a tractor. A digger on the door.
There doesn't seem to be anything of value on the land, so the agents must investigate the contents of the outbuildings.
Once he got in these barns, though, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very shifty, isn't it?
Yeah. Just doesn't want to play ball at all, does he?
Michael has followed the agents down to the farm buildings, but he's left his keys in the car.
Hang on, you can't take those keys.
OK, it's seized at the moment, sir.
Worth just a few £100s at auction, the car alone won't be enough to cover the £6,500 debt, but it could be a valuable bargaining tool for the agents.
What value we attach to something might not be the same value that the defendant attaches to it. So what we see as, possibly an old car or whatever it may be, in fact to them is worth a whole lot more. And it's worth a lot more to them than it is in monetary value. Well, I want to try and get in here. Might be nothing, but... boat. Caravan, a boat, a ride-on mower.
This belongs to Worthingbury Welsh Water.
After claiming the agents were at the wrong address, Michael now says that the barn and its contents belong to a water business, Worthingbury Welsh Water, and that they're nothing to do with him. Matt and Gary turn detective.
Looks interesting, doesn't it?
Deeds, site plans. You got letters here, Michael? It's with your name on. It is your property, isn't it, Michael?
It's not my property.
The agents have found paperwork listing Michael as a former director of Worthingbury Welsh Water.
They've got your name on, sir. This has nothing to do with you earlier.
This is my paperwork.
In a barn that's got nothing to do with you?
Not in a barn.
It looks like a barn to me, sir.
Unless Michael can prove that the items in the barn belong to the water company and not him personally, they could be seized. But there's a problem.
The only thing that's worth anything, mate, in this old place is behind you. Who does this belong to?
That was all part of Worthingbury Welsh Water stuff.
Who does it belong to?
That belongs to the company.
OK. To the company?
Yeah.
Can he prove it? Because at this point in time, as far as seizable assets go, that's going to be what we're going to be seizing, I think.
Without proof that the water company owns the boat, the agents could seize it. But the situation is clearly beginning to take its toll.
I'm in a bit of a state at the moment. I'm in shock. You just have to excuse me and bear with me.
OK. What can you pay off this debt today, sir?
All I've got is £100. Right. I had not only this one debt, I've got a court order for 80,000. I've got, I think it's 13.5 acres left on this site. Been took off me by the bank. The bank has repossessed it.
Right.
I used to own everything here, £3 billion. I've had a fortune in the past. Everything's gone when the recession came.
It seems that Michael used to own a large percentage of the estate, a former farm, and invested thousands here in property development. But hard times have forced him to sell up. And now what little land he has left has been taken into receivership to pay off an additional £80,000 debt.
I understand what you said. Listen, Michael, I understand what you're saying, but you also have to understand our job, OK?
I understand that.
Despite Michael's situation, the agents must get this case resolved. And their only option now is to seize the boat. But then, another man arrives at the barn.
Is this gentleman looking for you?
Oh, here he is.
Well, to explain who we are, sir, my name's Mr. Tyler, I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
The man is a property developer. He's interested in buying Michael's land and has come to view it. While Michael takes him to see the land, Gary and Matt check for any other assets they could seize.
We've got 2 old boats, a strip caravan. It's a strange one, isn't it? I think that barn that we've been in is probably the only bit of the farm that he's actually got left. There's literally nothing here to satisfy the debt.
10 minutes later, Michael returns to the barn with some surprising news. The man has offered to buy the land.
My sale's definitely going to go through now. He's paying 90,000 for it. I think the bank's owed about 80. There's 10 left over. By the time they take the fees out, there's enough there to pay. And that's it sorted.
It's a promising development for the agents. But they will still need an immediate down payment and some guarantees on the deal before they can walk away.
So what we need to do is solve this for today, don't we?
Well, look, I can offer to pay £100 today.
I know you keep saying that, Michael, but that £100 isn't going to be enough, is it?
I've already borrowed as much as I can.
Right.
Off family and everything. I'm in a hell of a state.
I understand things aren't great.
Great, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, I understand that.
But then suddenly, Michael increases his offer.
I can go and try and find £1,000 now, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know I'll be able to.
So if I give you your car back, you'll go away and you'll get £1,000.
Yeah.
Matt gives Michael an hour to raise the cash and calls the office to see whether his offer of £1,000 today and the balance when the land is sold off is acceptable to the claimant.
Hi, I'm on the strangest job ever.
But instead of leaving to go and fetch the money, Michael suddenly pulls a large amount of cash from his wallet.
I thought you only said you could have 100 today, sir. You got more in your wallet?
This is to pay someone else, and I'm going to pay it out of this, and I'm not sure how much is here.
Get counting then.
After claiming he had only £100, Michael has now produced £800.
The amount of times someone's told me that they've not got a penny, but then when push comes to shove and something's about to be lost, suddenly cash starts to appear. So, you know, it's amazing where people can pull money from when there's an issue. Been accepted, Michael.
Right.
£1,000 today with a balance by the 1st of December.
The payment plan may have been accepted, but if Michael can't raise the extra £200 he needs, the deal could be off.
Right, may I have my key? I'll go and get you the 200.
There you go. How long will you be?
A couple of hours, I think.
A couple of hours?
I'll be back, but I say an hour.
While the agents wait for Michael to return, Gary puts the boat under a controlled goods agreement. If Michael doesn't pay the balance, the agents will have to seize it.
It's the first boat I took control of, to be fair. You get asked for serial numbers and things like that, and model of the boat, but, you know, I'm from the Midlands. We don't see boats in the Midlands.
45 minutes later, Michael returns with the £200.
So that didn't take you 2 hours, did it?
My brain's all over the place.
Well, I hope things improve for you, Michael, and I hope we don't have to come back, mate.
I've always tried to stay positive through everything. As difficult as it may be, but that's what you have to do.
Michael, thank you. I hope things get better for you, mate, all right?
The case is resolved for now. But if Michael doesn't pay the £5,500 he still owes within 30 days, the agents will be back.
Do you think he'll pay, mate? Do you think it'll get sorted?
I think we'll be back here on a Monday morning, getting our boots muddy again.
Do you think?
And he'll have better just head in the sand again. So yeah, I do believe we'll have to be back here in December. Or is that my no faith in humanity?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Over the past 12 years, the number of High Court writs issued in the UK has increased by more than 50%. Nearly 500,000 writs have been issued since the beginning of the decade, resulting in the recovery of over £400 million. Steve Pinner and Max Caraher are back on the road, this time in Romford, Essex, on a very unusual case.
We're off to see the Mayor and Burgesses of the London Borough of Havering in the Town Hall. We're looking to collect £12,413.94.
I don't think they're going to be pleased to see us.
The council were taken to court by a private landlord over damages to a property made by a benefit tenant. The council appealed but lost, and now the agents are here to collect the full amount, plus court costs.
There is a car park at the end. Pay and display. What's the chances of them putting a parking ticket on us today? Okay, let's find a front door.
Let's go around here.
The writ is not against the mayor personally, but Havering Council. So the agents have a right to remove any assets belonging to them if payment isn't made. And it looks like they're in luck.
There's a vehicle just out the front.
I would take that as being the mayor's car.
So would I. That needs to be seized. Hello, Miss. High Court Enforcement Agents. We are here to see the Mayor.
The Mayor?
Yes.
Right, hold on, man.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I'd like to see the mayor.
You'll need to make an appointment.
I have a High Court writ. I'd like to see the mayor.
Okay. The Mayor's not always in the building. You'll need to make an appointment. We can try and get hold of...
If you would,
that'd be great, madam. I'm going to take the vehicle if that's all right. Can I have the keys?
While Steve waits for the employees to make some calls, Max goes to clamp the mayor's limousine outside.
There's a vehicle with the Mayor's logo on it. We're going to seize that at this moment in time. Havering, London Borough. some paperwork here. Mayoral request to attend out-of-borough events. Definitely the mayor's vehicle. That's good enough for me.
Clamping the mayor's limousine outside the town hall could be embarrassing for the council. But will it be enough to convince them to pay the £12,000 they owe? High Court enforcement agents Max Caraher and Steve Pinner were at Romford Town Hall, Essex, to collect more than £12,000 owed by the London Borough of Havering to a private landlord.
I have a High Court writ. I'd like to see the mayor.
Okay.
Max clamped the mayor's official limousine in the hope the threat of seizing it would prompt payment.
Havering, London Borough. It's good enough for me.
Now, a council official is trying to work out who the agents need to talk to get the matter resolved.
I need information from you, and I can then go and get the right legal team. So if you can tell me what it's for.
Okay, it's not the mayor in person.
No.
It's the mayor and burgesses of Havering.
Okay. Can I give you that? You will hold it there. I will have to lock that door, but you can get that way. I'm literally going to be. Yeah. Also, I don't look like I can run out. Alright, but you can chase me, love. I won't be running.
Debt discriminates against nobody. It doesn't matter where you are in life, whether you're on the lowest rung of the ladder or you're at the top of the ladder. Collecting from a large organisation, yes, they're going to have the money. The downside is it's finding the person to sign the cheque or pay the bill, because someone will want a piece of paper to say that they can pay it, someone will want a signature to say that yes, that's okay, the money can go. So that's the difficulty of it.
Minutes later, the official comes back with the council's chief lawyer.
Steve Pinner, High Court enforcement agent. We have a writ in the name of the mayor, not the mayor personally, the mayor as the office. The amount outstanding is £12,413.94p.
All right.
And we are looking to collect that.
Now?
Yes.
All right. The trouble is, it doesn't really tell us what it relates to.
We wouldn't have information about that. We're simply lead enforcement.
Do you mind if I make a few inquiries? Because I've got no idea what this relates to.
Obviously, we're not going to pay you for something we don't know anything about.
You guys do know something about it. It's already tried to be an appeal,
The people
but
that you're actually speaking to don't know anything about it.
Absolutely.
Big organisation. So, do you mind if I just go down the corridor and make a few inquiries and find out? Try to put a file on it.
Fine for me, sir. I'll get the HPI.
While the lawyer makes his inquiries, Max goes out to run a check on the mayor's limousine.
Hello, John, it's Max here. I've got the mayor's vehicle clamped at the moment. Can I run an HPI check on that, please?
Certainly, this is the mayor's vehicle, yeah?
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's on finance.
It's on finance?
It's not good news. The car can't be seized. But now another council vehicle is parked behind it.
John, can I give you another one? There's a vehicle with London Borough of Havering written on it, parked right behind it.
White Ford Transit Courier.
Correct.
That's free of finance.
It's free of finance?
We've got an approximation on the value of that. It's £5,000.
The van is owned by the council and will clear almost half the debt. Max unclamps the limousine and goes to seize it, just as its driver appears from the building.
Sorry, madam, you can't drive off in this vehicle. It's seized at the moment. Okay? Sorry about that. I'll probably go inside and have another cup of tea. Okay. No, it's nothing to do with parking, madam. Nothing to do with you. Don't worry. It's more the council. So nothing to do with you. Don't feel bad or anything.
20 minutes later, the council's lawyer reappears.
I've made some progress, right? So I know the case is down. We need to make the payment. Now, in terms of the method of payment, what I can do is get a bank transfer.
That's not a problem.
So all I just need to do is get the details where I need to send to you.
I can give you them, sir. So I'm sure you appreciate we can't take boots off the ground until we know that the money's been transferred.
You'll need to get confirmation from the bank.
From our office, yeah. Thank you very much indeed.
The agents must wait for the office to confirm they've received the transfer of funds before they will unclamp the van.
I know having a clamped vehicle outside of the head office isn't ideal, but unfortunately it's nothing he's done whatsoever. But
Max, it's your fault. Yeah. Steve's lovely.
I guess the council should learn to pay their bills on time. Then this wouldn't happen.
You're not a popular chap today, are
I'm not, no.
Moments later, the office calls Max.
Hello, Max speaking.
Hi, Max.
It's in?
Yeah.
Excellent. We shall issue a receipt and we can release their clamped vehicle.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, Alison.
Bye.
Said if you check, it should have gone through by now.
Just checked, madam. Thank you for that.
Lovely.
We're just doing all the relevant paperwork for it. There's the copy of the receipt for you.
Thank you.
The council has paid off the debt in full. But as the agents go to release the council van, they spot someone about to get into the mayoral car.
Oh, that's the mayor. Hello there, madam. It's obviously an oversight somewhere along the line.
How embarrassing.
It's now been dealt with.
We're chairing a meeting for Citizens Advice Bureau. Come down and you've got a plan.
I hope we haven't ruined your day.
You have. You've made me really late for the next
I do apologise.
You have, and I'm finished now for the day.
Take care. It's all been done, sorted, and that's the end of it.
Photograph of it.
No, I didn't actually.
Oh.
Take care.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
your time. Take care. Funny how she shows up, just as it's all dealt with.
It's been a successful job for the agents, but they're just about to find out it's not only the council who need to pay their way.
Just nicked you.
Oh, he ain't, is he?
Oh, he hasn't.
Oh!
Unbelievable. Hello, sir. You've just given us a parking ticket.
Yes, I did, sir. Unfortunately,
We're here with a High Court writ.
I've been called here saying check around for vehicles that apparently been parked here without paying a paying display.
Okay.
I came around, checked. This is the only vehicle that I found. Unfortunately, everybody has to pay a ticket.
Okay, that's not a problem. I got a parking ticket at the end of that, and I suppose that's karma, really. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some. You like us doing your job. I don't have a problem with that.
Two more families from either end of the wealth divide swap lives for 7 days. The result is Rich House Poor House, new tomorrow at 9. Next though, trust issues destroyed one couple, but could a night of plain honest talk and help build them back up again? It's new One Night with My Ex.
কাছাকাছি